right, sweetheart? Oh God, yeah, I'm the same. I twice within the last couple of weeks, I've forgotten to take my pain tablets for my back pain, and God, I notice it. Right, we're off. Good morning. I'm Helen. This is iCare, iMove. We're following on to a theme which has been based around balance, and we're doing Pilates in standing, and then we will migrate to the floor. So balance is critical. Strength and balance is part of our culture as we get older, and that's important for us to understand. So your strength, your bone health, and your balance, being able to stay steady on your feet, are integral to good, healthy well-being as we get older. And we're going to hear more and more of that over the years. Okay, so let's start in setup. So feet in line with knees, knees in line with hips, and you're going to need a band today, Pat. You're going to need a band today as well. So have a band nearby, or a pair of tights, or a pair of leggings that you put a knot on. Okay, and we're going to use that quite quickly, so be ready. Okay, so we've got feet in line with knees, knees in line with hips. Let's just quickly start with a rise and fall. So up and down, up and down, big toe, second toe, lowering and lifting. Okay, and by doing this, we're just starting to mobilize toes, ankles, knees, and just breathe into this for a moment as you rise and lower. Okay, lovely. Now, set your pelvis. So we don't want that tush sticking out. Bring it into neutral, so that involves just tucking under, just a little, and as soon as we start to tuck under, we lengthen through our centre, shoulders back and down. Relax, go tall, go long. Okay, from here, shoulder rolls up into your ears, back and down, forward, back and down. Enjoy that slowness, that sensation into your shoulders. Now let's see if we can incorporate more of the trunk. So there's a flexion, rolling up. So allow the vertebra to just flex a little, extend a little as we go through that. Okay, so with that said, arms forward, arms backwards. There you go. So down, thumbs up, down and up. So it's a lovely movement here into the shoulders. Lovely, lovely rounding. Okay, let's make this bigger. Let's make this higher. Lovely. Forward and back. Good job. Leave it up there nice and tall. Tuck under your tail, brace your abdominals. Take your arms behind you and just gently press away, squeeze and lift. So nice and tall, brace, stretch fingers. Well done, and release. Okay, so the legs, let's just warm up through the hip and thigh for a second. Just gently rock side to side. When we describe gently rock, we shouldn't use that word gently. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so just rock side to side. Point your toes. So as you rock side to side, lift the heel, keep the toe down so you get a stretch through the foot. That's important. Okay, now let's straight away come into a lift. So toe down, transfer lift. Toe down, transfer lift. Whoop. When you do this, so I know my hips are a bit sore. I want you to make sure that you got a little bit of a butt squeeze. So there's a connection. So balance, lift, squeeze. So don't just let the leg come into the side plane. You need to just gently squeeze it behind. And at the same time, so really think about how this is working. As you come over onto one leg, Try not to sink and lift. Tall and lift. Foot down, tall, lift. Lovely, good, and release. Okay, so very quickly, we're going to use bands. So remember, the emphasis on this program is around balance on this quarter. I want you to create a circle with your band. Okay, and so balance is multiple things. It is around your system in your eye to brain. So when you move, your gyro is connected. It's also core when we talk about balance, but also we need to have stability. So we need to have stable hips, strong glutes and quads. So we start with a circle band, and then what I'd like you to do is to just lift on one leg, pop the band through, pop it down. Oh, changed my mind. Other leg. Pop it through. Oh. Okay, so why are we doing this? This is for your dignity. So I get lazy trying to get my pants on and, you know, go, woo, or better still, sit down and get your drawers on. So I'm really putting some activity. This is a functional thing. Foot in, foot down, foot in, foot down. So what happens here is, again, there's a flexion through the back. There's core stability because we're balancing. This affects your vestibular balance because you're looking down and your gyros have got a set. And there's movement in and out of your midline. So there's a lot of stuff going on here very early in the session. Love it. I love it. So off camera in the Zoom, they're going, ah! So, okay, so one foot, then the other, okay? And then we'll leave the band around our ankles. Okay, so are we there? So if we can just change camera so the band is on the ankles, you don't need to see my face. Right, okay, so we're standing wide. Now, if the band is cutting into you, you can just make it a little wider, the actual material a little wider. Okay, and stand in a position where you have resistance. So you don't want it slack, you actually need to have tension on your band. Okay, and once we're there, the same thing applies. We're just going to move side to side for a second. Okay, so what's happening here is the muscles are starting to resist the tension. So this is a good thing. Okay, so keeping the same width. What if you transfer and lift one leg? So we're resisting the band. So as you step down, you transfer and lift. You don't want the band to pull your leg in. You maintain the distance. Now very quickly, you're going to feel it in above your hips, into the bottom, into the outside edges of your hips. It's completely normal. Okay. This is enabling that core movement. Now this time we're going to stay on the left leg. Whoop. And we're going to circle. So 1 and 2. 8 in one direction. 3 and 4. Good. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Switch direction, go. 8 and 7. 6, nice and tall. 4 and 3 and 2. And it's the static leg that is feeling all the power there as well. So well done. When you're ready, we switch sides, we stand tall, we set ourselves. Let's get that leg lifted. Now straight away, for those who know my history, I can feel all that scar tissue internally, really fighting this movement. Okay, we got 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4 and 3 and 2, switch direction, go. It's a lot of effort here, right? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 and 3 and 2. Last time. Woo, hello hips. Feeling that? Good stuff. Okay. So this time we're taking the leg backwards and forwards. Okay, so left leg is static leg, right leg is behind you, there's tension on your band, we lift. So there you go, there's your extension work. From there, you bring the leg through and lift at the hip. Take it down and through, straight leg, swing it back, in and through, lift it up. I've got issues with microphones and yeah, up and then back, straight leg, through and up. So there will be a bit of slack. Now, if you want to, you can go from the hip extension out into a circle and then up and lift. By this point, the pain in the hip is severe. Okay, or is that just my hips? Whoop, whoop. Last time, foot down, I'm very sorry. Whew. Okay, so we transfer onto the right. Once again, you'll be saying, what the hell? What is wrong with this woman? Okay, so you've had a bit of time to rest now. Transfer your weight through the right leg, stand tall into the right hip. When you're ready, we've got left hip extension. Start again to neutral, left hip flexion. Take it down and through. Take it down and through. I don't know about you guys. With my aging body, it feels very different one side to the other. Okay, now there's your option. 2, go out to the side from a hip extension, out, that's abduction. Ooh, in fact, it's what we call circumduction, all the way to that flexed hip and back again. Why are we doing this? So yes, there's a whole bunch of balance stuff going on here. We really do need to address what's going on around the hip region in terms of stability and also power. Okay, well done. Release, relax. This time you have your band, it is over the arches of your feet. Okay, so from here, I just want you to walk your feet out. So you should be into almost a sumo position here. Turn your toes out. Lovely. Okay, now we are going to step, 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 step. So these are wide movements. What will happen is the force of the band, the resistance, if we can just change cameras for a second. So the resistance of the band will have a natural, as you step, a natural tendency to try and draw your legs together. So you're going to resist that and you're almost going to knock your knees out. So as you're stepping, you're actively going knees wide, turn toes out, knees wide. So it's almost like on the side, it's like almost a little circle. So to put it back into context, the movement we're generating here is the muscles you need to power upstairs. Actually, this is a downstairs pattern, but the muscles are to power upstairs. Crazy anatomy stuff. Okay, so what if we went the other way? What if the leg came out, up and over and down? Out, up and over and down. Yeah, it completely throws your balance off. So coming back into that focus, we need the legs to walk. We need the legs to get us over those gates, to step over the muddy stuff when we're walking our hounds. This is your stair walking muscles, stepping over a door frame. There's overemphasis in the movement, so that when you actually do walk over a threshold, it's so much easier. Again, I feel that. So those scars from my hysterectomy are very, very strong here. Okay, well done. Okay, Annie, are we okay? Can I have a thumbs up? Force of habit, we say, Annie, are you okay? Force of habit, and then a little bit of Michael Jackson comes into our heads. Okay, let's ditch the band for a second. Actually, that's not strictly true. Catch the band, as if you're taking off your pants. Yeah, it will make you hot, Jane. Okay, so whilst we're stood, let's do a little bit of arm work. Get rid of my headband. Okay, right. Balance challenge, so let's get going. So to start with, I want you to stand into your left foot, make sure your weight is equal and balanced through your left foot, and then I want you to put your toe down on the right. So switching cameras. Okay, so you've got one foot flat and the other toe down. So your brain is going, I'm not so scared with my foot off the floor, but my toe down is just telling me that I am secure. So I don't want you to drop out into the hip. I want you to come up nice and tall. Okay, switch back. So that's your foot setting. Other camera. Roll your shoulders, please, back and down. Okay, elbows tucked in at your waist. We're going to just open up the arms and close. You, again, a lot of resistance here. This is the rotator cuff. So, so we are looking to create some power here. Now, going out is one thing. It's the return phase I'm interested in for this. So we're in balance. The great thing is here, you're not even thinking about your balance because we're on one leg and because we're activating here rotator cuff, the core is fired up anyway. So in terms of our the core power right now, we're working very hard. Okay, now take your palms down, straighten off your arms. We're still in balance on that side. We're just going to press away slightly. Now, if you're feeling brave, you can bring up the leg. I know. And it's the return phase that I'm really into right now. So press away is one thing, resisting is another. So press away, think about your chest, because the other thing that's happening when we're in this position, there's a natural rounding through the shoulders. So we're really thinking about our form as we're pressing away. Lovely and tall. Well done. Release. Relax. Okie dokie. So from here we're going to switch legs first. So flat in the right, pointed through the toe. On the left. Lovely. Okay. So we're feeling secure, avoiding dropping into the hip, standing lovely and tall. So our trunk function is really engaged. Did I say something that didn't I? Right. And then from here, well done. We are taking the arms forward at shoulder height. Hold the band, right arm will pull back. And center, left arm pull back. Squeeze the shoulder blade, center. Now toe down if you want to. You can lift that foot, but it's really important you take your time here. So pull back, work through the shoulder blade. Lovely. So keeping your elbows and arms at shoulder height through the movement. Bracing through your center, belly to backbone. Think about what's going on in your shoulder blades as you retract. Good. Lovely. You look really strong. It's like, but it's such a strong warrior pose, isn't it? Well done. Release and relax. Good job, guys. Okay, so then right hand, relax off your legs. Right, okay. Right. Pat's off camera going, just stop, stop, stop the madness. Right hand up behind you, left hand up your back, catch your band, catch your loop. Okay, right, so it looks like this. Firstly, let's bring your elbow in towards the side of your head and settle there. Relax your shoulders and brace through your abdominals. So again, there is a draw in and a tuck under. Okay, right arm goes towards ceiling. You just have a lovely straight line. Left arm goes to your outside of your left side. So we go 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Tall, tucked under, 2. Now, if you're finding this is too intense into the shoulder girdle, ditch the band, just perform the movement. Or release the band a little, but work on that movement pattern. So one's going up, the other's going down, okay? Lovely. So I get to see all your lovely faces. I'm seeing all your arms, beautiful. Power arms, great. And then release, good job. Switch sides. So we're now holding on through the left. Left overhead. Again, have a look. So we don't want the elbow pointing outwards, we need the elbow pointing forward. This helps us to release the lats. It properly engages the tricep. And we whip around, catch the band with the right, again, and settle there. So that's the first thing, because what happens is we come into position and then we go, oh, all tense, scared. So we have to kind of let it go for a second. And then once you've let go, we think, right, good alignment. Oh, the ring's caught. Sorry about that. Diamonds got in the way, girls. And again. Right, so we go up and down. So down just to the outside of your hip. Up and down. And now, what I'm looking for is a fully, not here, fully extended, so you can feel that push. And then behind us, we're looking for that push. So you finish in its end range of the tricep here. Well done. Well done. And all this work, I don't know about you, but I could really feel that. My shoulder blades have gone, yeah, I like that. I needed that today. Pat's been laughing at me because I've been painting furniture all weekend and still have remnants of paint all over me. Oh, I love painting. And release. Good job, guys. Okay, lovely. You've done really well. So let's go straight down onto the floor. So, oh yeah, how do we do that? You know me. I'd like to get to a point where I can get down onto the floor without using my hands. We've been doing that, right? We've been practicing it through Pilates. We've been practicing it in Pilates. Half the time we don't even know we're doing it. So think about bringing your knees to the floor, coming round on some hips, but we're not using the hands. That's the plan. Okay, have your bands nearby. We will be using it in a little while. Okay, and we'll switch cameras. Whew. Right, okay, so we're in sit. Adjust where you need to adjust. I want you today to go feet to the inside edges of your yoga mat. Sit up tall. From here we go into a natural roll. Now again, if this is too uncomfortable on the tail, adapt. Go as low as you can and then roll back up. Roll, we're rolling. It's a soft C shape with the spine and then elongate at the top of the move. So we're rolling. Each vertebra We're not going to do this more than 3 times. Each vertebra comes down onto the mat. Maybe you could go a little lower. Maybe you could extend your arms overhead. Then we bring the arms back up, chin to chest. We're just really keeping it rolled. And at the top of the move, we go tall. Last time, C shape through the spine, roll all the way down, take yourself into a full body stretch. Okay, and whilst you're here, I just want you to really wiggle, jiggle, and not just arms overhead, stretch. Proper stretch. Someone's got your ankle, somebody else has got your arms, and you're being pulled. And then release. Well done. Okay, so let's come back to our basics. Think about our alignment. Think about where your spine should be, what shape it is right now. Think about being active in your pelvic floor. So we're engaged, there's tension on, we're powering from the inside out, shoulders back and down. And when you're ready, let's bring up the right leg into half tabletop. Think about your alignment. Breath in, exhale, left leg. Good, 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 good. 1 foot down, then the other. Barely touch the mat. Your core is engaged. It has all the power here at your center. We lift, we lift, we lower, we lower. Good, good, good. Combine that with your breath. Think about how you can regulate your breathing. Nothing is fast now. We're nice and slow. Think about the length of the breath. And don't worry about ins or outs. Just try and marry your breath to your movement. Good. Okay, up and hold. Okay, try and keep the legs fixed into position. So you're in tabletop here. Think about your alignment again. Breath in, chin, breath in prep. Breath out, chin to chest, extend your arms. Roll your shoulder blades back down, arms overhead. Legs stay still. Inhale to prep. Exhale, arms come overhead, chin to chest, reach up. Lower down on the in-breath. Exhale, X-breath. Chin to chest, eye gaze through your thighs. Well done, and release. This time we're coming up into the 100. Stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2. Each time you do that, contract tighter. Make sure you're nice and engaged. Pulling in into your center. If it's too much, turn your head to one side then the other just to rest your neck off. Think about what's going on in your center. You're doing really well, Mary. Relax the ankles, team. Rotating those arms, feeling that length in your back of your neck, chin towards your chest, abdominals engaged. Well done. You should be nice and relaxed in the thighs. Woo! Relax, head down, hold on to the bottom of your knees and draw your knees into chest. Give yourself a circle one way. And then the other. Well done. Okay, feet come down, knees go wide. Okay. Right. For a second, we're just going to have a look at, so if you just bear with and watch for a second, what I'm looking for here is abdominal exercise, but this will help us engage the pelvic floor, okay? So pelvic floor is tight and lifted. So not 100%, just engaged. Feet are together, knees are wide. And the reason I've done that, feet together, knees are wide, I've turned off my lower abs. So I have to use what's further up the torso to create the flexion. So we're rolling up and rolling back. Now, using the arms as levers, what happens here is, as you start to roll up, your glutes will go tense. So I want you to actively relax your glutes on the up phase, still drawing your belly down into your backbone as you pull in. So this becomes a really powerful pelvic floor deep internal exercise here. Exhaling. So as I'm exhaling, I'm breathing out. I'm looking down through my legs. As I'm exhaling, I'm drawing everything inwardly and upwardly. Trying to avoid connecting with the glutes, trying to relax the bum cheeks on the lift and focus only on that shortening of the trunk and what's going on internally. Last time we stay up and hold, still engage to the pelvic floor, right arm, left arm, touch opposite inner thigh. So there's a little rotation, nothing significant. So we've got an 8 and a 7 and a 6 and a 5. Still relax through the glutes. And 2, last time, relax down, draw your knees together, heels wide but knees drop in on each other, arms overhead. Okay, just to how are we feeling? Feet wide, knees in on each other. Now, both knees drift to the right and then the left. Okay, so just releasing the hips for a second. Good job, guys. You're doing really well. I never know what she's going to do next, that girl. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okie dokie, okio. Right. We are going to work through bridge. Release your arms to the sides. So we've done bridge. Like, bridge is just like an absolute 100% component of our sessions. And we constantly mix it up. So to start with, we're just going to work on that roll up to the top of the movement and the roll down. I just want you to treat this like a massage. Just think about right and left rolling up to the top of your shoulder blades and then rolling down. What I'd like you to do is close your eyes. So we roll as we lift the hips off the ground, pressing the heels into the floor, and then in sequence lay the spine down. Now often there's a bit of a drift in the space between the pelvis and then the ribs. So as you lie it down, you might be a little bit conscious that it just drifts side to side a little bit. So what do we need to change or put in here? What tension do we need, particularly in that lumbar space, bottom of the ribs to the top of your pelvis? Now let's just concentrate there. Let's just roll from the bottom of your ribs to the top of your waistband and back up again. So it's a little movement. So there's only 5, is it? Hang on, 6, 12, 5, 5, 4. There's only 5 vertebrae you're manipulating here. So, and you're working bottom of the rib to the top of your waistband or the top of your pelvis, and really focusing here, really getting some good concentration. We're not relaxing, we're just massaging that area, because this really helps us to activate the QL, quadratus lumborum. So we're working in those lumbar muscles here. Well done. And relax for a second. Lovely, lovely. Okay, left leg goes long. Right knee drops out for a second. Okay, so it's a bent knee, drops out for a second. For a minute, you'll just get a bit of a stretch. Okay, reset it. So left leg long, right leg will come up into half tabletop, and we're going to create a circle with it. So it's a bent knee, lovely circle. And when I say circle, that is a 360-degree movement that I want here. Again, targeting the pelvis. Let that knee drift across the midline of the body. So we can really get, and I don't know if you're the same, but I feel that my mobility increases with repetition here. Okay, and when you're ready, we switch sides. Did I say side? If you do inside, that's fine. I meant direction. Whew. Okay, switch, whether that's legs or direction, I don't mind. I really felt that. Okay, so think about setting up. What does that feel like? What does 360 degrees feel like? I know it's not 360 degrees, but you know what I'm saying. Keep the knee bent. And the elongated leg, it's okay, it's going to move, all right? But we're just trying to keep it nice and straight, relatively straight. This is really about creating that flexibility around the hip joint. Okay, and when you're ready, switch direction. Oh, all my vertebrae going. Oh. And again, enjoy how that feels. Do what you need to do. Ah, lovely. Back's okay? Give me a thumbs up to tell me you're all right. Lovely. Good job. Okay, let's turn on our sides. You'll be going, she said it was about balance, but really it's about hips. Line yourself up along the front edge of your yoga mat, just as part of your setup. Elongate. I have to, in these compression tights, I have to. Honestly, they're fabulous. Whew, can't breathe, mind. You need to cut me out of them. Okay, so a couple of things are going to go on here, right? As you elongate, I want you to make sure your shoulders and hips are stacked. Oh, I've given myself cramp already. Okay, so the top leg's the top leg's floating. Okay, well, I'm not sure if I can do this because I've triggered cramp in my hip. Right, okay, so flex both feet. Turn turn top leg up and out, so there's an external rotation. And I want you to come up to the knee and then down again, okay? So we're coming up to the knee with a flexed foot and down. So we're actually targeting here into the outside edges of the thigh. So this isn't so much a muscle, more of a fascia. So we're really working, it's called the iliotibial band. Okay, but I want you to squeeze and keep those feet flexed. Pull in, keep the feet flexed, and out, keep the feet flexed. Okay, now I want you to see if you can snap your heels together. Go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Ow, ow, ow. Hold. Point toes. You're still floating. You're squeezing your thighs so intensely. Everything's locked out. Right. Top leg lifts and lowers. Take our time with this. Now, I'm holding on to my hip and pelvis nice and firmly so I can feel what's going on in my waist. And I know I'm coming out, like there's a point when there's a point when the abduction suddenly changes. And so as you lift the legs, there's a point when you simply cannot go any further without changing the shape of your leg, okay, or changing the action. That's the point where you stop, right? Keeping your hips stacked, up and hold, tiny, weeny, little pulses. And because the bottom leg is off the deck, whoo, again, all of this is balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Give yourself a moment. Your bottom knee flexes. Your top leg, get that onto the floor, and then I want you to stretch it away. So you've gone from stacked hips actively push, stretch, actively stretch your top leg away. Oh, this gives me a massive cramp. Well done, lovelies. Okay, so for the purpose of today, I want you to come up and over. So push into the ground, up, flip over. Let's do this straight away on the other side. Right, I've lost my clips, bands, everything. Right, line yourself up. Right, the important thing is the hip stacking. You don't want to feel your bottom or the side of your bum cheek. You want to be on your hip. That's where you need to be because you're in great alignment here, okay? Then we flex. Then we turn the top heel out. It slides up towards the knee and out again. So it slides in and out. We're bracing through the center. It's a good one, isn't it? The interesting thing is, this is about, some of you in your head, you're fully open up through the hips. But if your knee is pointed to the ceiling, there is a chance that you're rolling onto your butt cheeks, okay? So it's okay as you pull your knees in that they're not going up to the ceiling, but more to where the ceiling meets the wall, okay? That's normal. And again, it depends on the tension and tightness of the hip and piriformis. Okay, lovely. Now, both feet turned out, foot flexed, and then squeezing together. Bump, ba-bump, ba-bump. I find this really challenging. Again, you may feel this in the back. I hope you're okay. Good job. Yeah, some of you are feeling it. Well done. Relax. When I say relax, we're not really relaxed. The legs are still floating. We're going up and down. So the foot is relaxed. It's pointing generally forward. Again, if the foot starts to turn up towards the ceiling, that's telling me we're changing the shape of the hip. So it has to go up to the ceiling and down. Lovely. This just reminds me of the good old days where I was doing aerobics when I was 14 or 15 with my mum doing this type of work. This is all the Jane Fonda stuff, it feels like, doesn't it? Lovely. And did we finish with a pulse? I don't think we did we? Well done. Yeah, we did, didn't we? I can't remember, honestly. I know that was about 40 seconds ago. I can't remember. Woo! Stay with me. And then release. Bring up the bottom knee. Actively lengthen. So you can see how my hip alignment's changed. So my hips are stacked. I'm pushing my top hip down. I'm just creating some space in the back and vertebra here. So actively pushing my leg away. Ooh. Beautiful. Oh, that felt really nice. Things are popping in my own back. If I'm feeling it, I'm hoping that you are. Tummy time, apparently. I heard another instructor say that last week and it made me crack up laughing. Right, let's just stay here on our bellies. We're on our elbows. We're all mates by the side of the pool having a quick chat because we've all turned over. Okay, so the first thing I want us to do is to take your feet wide to the outside edges of your yoga mat and squeeze the knees so the knees will lift. Just straighten the legs, flex the feet, the knees will lift. Okay, well done. Okay, relax your toenails. I just want you for a minute is just to flick your knees or flick your heels to your bum rather, not your knees to your bum, heels to your bum. Okay. I like this. This is just about lubricating around the knee joint. Okay, well done. Okay, the next bit is to press your pubic bone down into the ground to see if you can lift your thighs. Now, you might find this is too intense to the back, so then we would say put your forehead on your hands as you lift and lower. So we're pressing the pubic bone down and we're trying to get the thighs off the ground. Okay, now we progress. Thighs lift, heels flex, point toes down. Thighs lift as you press the pubic bone down, heels to bum, pointy toes, and relax. And again, pubic bone down, heels. Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm really triggering a good old crampage today. Up. Okay, rest. Now if you want to, you can just push back into child's pose if you want to. Give yourself a moment. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Bringing back the band. The band now goes behind on our bottoms. Palms up to the ceiling. Band through the palms. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down. Lift the hands away from the bottom and press away. 8, 7. Good. Now if you want to, you can start to add the leg extension, hip extension. Okay, and then release. From here, press the bands out wide, bring your elbows, hands up to your rib cage. So your elbows bend and then they straighten. So can you see that? Lower in the chest, bend in the elbows, straighten in the elbows, lift in the chest. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Relax the bum, turn off the butt cheeks. Last time, and then release. Whew. Keep your hands onto the band. Just relax for a second. So this time, thumbs are down. Thumbs are down. We roll the shoulders, we lift the arms away, and we flick the heels to the bum. So we flick, point, flex, point. Keep pressing the band away. Woo! Lift. Come on, hands away from the bum. 4, 2. Last time. Release the bands. Take your hands to your sides. Push up, push back in child's pose and settle there for a moment. Oh, my shoulders feel great. Okay, let's think about what's going on. So we've done quite a lot of work in extension, a lot of work in hips. From here, let's come back into downward dog. When I say come back into, I never meant that. We've never been here today. Curl toes, set shoulders, breath in, exhale, lift tail. Come up onto your tiptoes, lengthen through your arms. If you want to, walk your feet closer together. Think about your alignment. Keep pushing back. Use this time to breathe. Relax your thighs, because sometimes we squeeze the knees quite a lot here. So relax your thighs, relax your knees, your eye gaze downwards. Roll through the spine, come forward into plank. Hold. push up through the shoulders, roll back into down dog, roll and come back into plank. Roll, down dog. Do this 3 or 4 more times, remembering your alignment, remembering triangle position, lifting that tail. Knees down, sit back. Use your hands to push your bottom as close to your heels as possible. To really push back. Separate your knees. See if you can push back further. Your left hand, so still in child's pose. Right hand, create that lovely triangle space. Send your left arm through. So you may or may not get your shoulder down because we're back in child's pose, but really focus on that stretch around the shoulder blades. Bottom really over heels here. Well done. Switch sides. So think about bum over heels. You can hear it in my voice. Stretch the arm through as far as you can. Enjoy that strong, powerful stretch around your trunk. Now, all of this is about creating space for breath. Lovely. And release. Come back into all fours. We circle around the wrists, so the whole body comes out to the side, top, side and back, and reverse. Well done. Okay, curl your toes. Lift your heels once more into down dog. So I'm hoping now your shoulder blades would have really finished off that lovely stretch in the previous stretch. Now bend the knees, so your protective muscles in your back, knees, thighs, all starting to release. Okay, we're going for a walk, bend the knee, look under the armpit. And then when you're ready, we're going to walk your hands back to your feet. So you're at the end of your mat. Stay there and dangle. Stay there and dangle. Now when you're ready, we're slowly going to roll up the spine into a standing position. Feet nice and wide. We're going to stay standing as we relax. Okay, change cameras. Let your shoulders go, let your neck go. Right, feet nice and wide. Take a breath in. Exhale, press your hands to me and take your hands down. Well done. Bend the knees, breath in. Exhale, press away to me. And down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Breathing in. Breath in. Exhale. So you've got a nice little flow here. Beautiful. Exhale. Well done. Take your hands. We wrap. So feet nice and wide. As we wrap, allow the front of the foot to stretch off. Whoop. Ignore that. So I'm allowing the front of the foot to rotate, stretching out through my toes. As I rotate and twist, my whole body Gently wrapping my hands around my rib cage, feet nice and wide. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands wide into a high V. Right fingers pinch. I haven't done this with you for ages. Left hand through to right knee. Cross arms into your center. Breath in. Puppies go in. Mum, we're supposed to be doing relaxation now. Cross arms. Breath in, high V. Right hand pinch. Left hand to right knee. Right hand to left knee. Open arms. High V. Left hand pinch. Right hand to left knee. Cross center. Open, breathe. And again, pinch. Press. Down. Last time, left. Press. Center and open. Release your hands to your side, walk your feet in together. So we start or end as we finished. So feet in neutral, knees off lock, core engaged, tail just gently tucks under. So draw in through our center, open at the chest, shoulders back and down, chin drawn back, nice and tall. We stay here for a moment. Just catch your breath, settle your body. And I want you to feel the energy draw up through your feet, your knees, your thighs, your pelvis, your trunk, through your ribs up to your shoulders, your neck, your ears, through the crown of your head. Feel all that energy pour through you. You've drawn it up from the ground below. Coming out through the top of your head, you feel all this energy. Let it cascade around the outside edges of your body as you stand tall, stand strong. You've got this. It's Monday. Have a fabulous day. Bring up your arms and bring your hands together. Well done, little rock and rollers. How'd you feel?